about. So I've created a prompt that will allow you to get 40 video ideas within 30 seconds. And I'm going to demonstrate that quickly. And I'm going to show the prompt also later. So don't worry if it's not showing up too quickly. So you can take a photo of that later if you want. So let's go with the first demo.
Okay, so the first prompt is going to be the following. We're going to have the example of a financial advisor. So you are a financial advisor. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that potential customers have when it comes to managing their finances. So it's important to understand the frustrations, desires, dreams, and fears, because we can then create content around those and help them solve their problems. Given that information, convert the output of those frustrations, desires, etc. into video titles for LinkedIn. So we basically want to know 10 frustrations, etc. and then out of that data, create some video titles. Okay, so we're just gonna press enter, and here we go with ChatGPT hard at work. So we see the desires, the frustrations, the dreams, and the fears. This is what people face that want to engage with a financial advisor. And here it has spitted out topics around those themes. So achieving financial independence, your roadmap to freedom, frustration, and here are 10 video topics. Dreams, retire early and live your dream, financial freedom awaits. Fears, surviving the economic recession. So just in a few seconds, we have received all of this data, which is amazing. Okay, so now I'm going to ask it to group it into another chart, into another table, so it gets it easier to read. So here we go. And basically all those video titles are now getting categorized inside of their charts. So now you can see, okay, I want to make a video about dreams, for example, owning your dream home. Perfect example, right? So now that we've identified the topic, we need to create a script for us in order to talk into the camera. So the last prompt that we ask is going to be the following. Write a 200 words blog post about the chosen topic, which we are going to insert in here. Copy and paste. I found that asking it to write a 200-word blog post is around about a minute and of duration in the video. And we're also going to ask it to have actionable and practical tips that can be implemented easily. They have to be short, concise, and straight to the point. So here we go. Now it's going to give us actionable tips that people should implement. Define your dream, set a budget, research the market, prioritize your needs, and so on and so forth. Now, obviously, this is something that you can go and take and use for your video script. You should probably copy that into like a Word document and make some changes and tweak it. I'm not telling you to read it verbatim. You can obviously, feel free to. But yeah, it's just amazing to see how ChatGPT can create a whole variety of topics and video scripts in seconds, knowing those exact desires, frustration, dreams, and fears of your dream customer. So you can obviously always come back here to have a look at this, and for your next script, have another video. So how to secure stable retirement. So this is always for you here to get back and to create a whole bunch of videos. It's easy as that.
Cool. So that was a quick demo on how to find topics to talk about. So now you can't have the excuse anymore, oh, I don't know what to say on camera, because ChatGPT can do the heavy lifting for you. Let me show you the script here. Sorry, the prompt.
Okay, so the first...
If you want to take a photo or a screenshot of that, feel free to, or you can go back to it later on the live stream. I'm just going to leave it up for a few seconds. It's important to understand that this is like a sequential prompt. So you start off with the first bit, and you obviously want to replace your job title with whatever it is you do. So real estate agent, photographer, financial lawyer, whatever. And then you change here your customer's problem area, okay, whatever that is. So you start to enter that into ChatGPT. Once you get the first batch of data, you're going to enter the second script here, group the video titles into a table, and then after that, you're going to enter the third one with the chosen topic that you want to do. So this is how the sequence works. Cool. So, and as I was actually doing this presentation, ChatGPT released a newer version that's even more powerful now. It's called ChatGPT 4.0. I think the O stands for omnipresent. That's from what I can remember. And I'm just going to quickly demonstrate you what it can do. I think it's always good for you guys to stay up to date of what has come out. So with this new ChatGPT 4.0, you can now upload images to it. It can recognize your facial expression, as you will see. It's basically an app that you can have on your phone and do a whole variety of things with you. So this is just like a quick
OpenAI just unveiled their ChatGPT AI voice assistant with the launch of ChatGPT 4.0. Developers showed off the assistant's capabilities in a live demo during the OpenAI Spring Update. For starters, the voice assistant was asked to tell a story, but with varying degrees of emotion.
Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite.
No, ChatGPT. I really want maximal emotion, like maximal expressiveness, much more than you were doing before.
Understood. Let's amplify the drama. Once upon a time, in a world not too different from ours, there was a robot named Bite.
Next, ChatGPT was shown a math equation using a feature called Vision, which essentially allows ChatGPT to see through your phone's camera and assist with visual problems.
What equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep, exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x on one side and the constants on the other side. So what do you think we should do with that plus 1?
The AI assistant then went on to help with a coding problem and describe a graph that was screen shared with it.
The plot displays smoothed average, minimum, and maximum temperatures throughout 2018, with a notable annotation marking a big rainfall event in late September.
To close out the demo, the assistant even seemed to give an emotional response to the developers praising it for its efforts.
It looks like you're feeling pretty happy and cheerful, with a big smile and maybe even a touch of excitement. Whatever's going on, it seems like you're in a great mood. Care to share the source of those good vibes?
Yeah, no, the reason I'm in a really good mood is because we were doing a presentation showcasing how useful and amazing you are.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
Yes, so that was pretty impressive.
OpenAI
The new feature of ChatGPT 4.0, and this is already available for free, so you can download it on your phone. I had to play around with it. It's yeah, pretty out there. And of course, Google, on the other hand, just released their new virtual assistant called Project Astra, and is a bit similar, but because it integrates with a lot more data points of Google, it's also quite interesting. I'm going to show you a quick.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
That's right. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
Yes, so once again, we can see AI at its full potential. So I think that it's pretty impressive, and it's just going to get better and better and better. So yeah, it's really, really scary, but exciting at the same time. The next tool that I want to talk to you about is CapCut. CapCut is a video editing tool that has been taking the video editing landscape by the storm, really, because it's free and it's super powerful. It's been created by the same company that has done ByteDance, that has done TikTok, so they're called ByteDance. This is why it's been so popular. And the first feature that I want to show you is the voice enhance. So sometimes if you're taking a video, either you're out and about, the audio might not be that great. You might have perhaps, just surrounding sounds, or if you're at home, you've got kids talking in the back or somebody slams the door. So this feature is going to neutralize any background sound that you have, as well as just enhancing your voice overall. Stream condition, and I'll show you how good it can be.
As you can probably hear, I'm standing next to quite a busy road. There's lots of cars passing through right now, and it's absolutely incredibly loud. So let's see how it goes without the filter. As you can probably hear, I'm standing next to quite a busy road. There's lots of cars passing through right now, and it's absolutely incredibly loud. So let's see how it goes without the filter.
So pretty damn good. I mean, nobody in their clear head would stand next to a road talking and recording themselves, but it just showcased how extremely it can actually work the post-production process. It actually made me think that you might not even need proper microphones in future, just because it amplifies your voice so well that just by talking to your phone is actually enough. So it's pretty simple to use as well. Once you're in CapCut, you select the clip and then you click onto enhance voice, boom, and it's done. So yeah, pretty straightforward and super effective. The next one is called Relight. So the most important thing for people is to look good on video, because some people are also a bit conscious of how they look, so perhaps they're not always happy to jump in front of the camera. And the most important thing when it comes to that is lighting. So sometimes you might be standing in your office at home, or the scene doesn't look that exciting, so you can add some filters, or like almost having like new lights into the scene to make the scene look a bit more interesting. So I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay, so at the moment I'm sitting here against the white wall, and I only have an overhead light above me. And as you can see, it's not really a great looking image because I've got some shadows here in my face because of that overhead light. So in order to make the image a bit more interesting, I'm going to apply a filter. And as you can see, there's been some additional lights added onto the scene. It makes the image look a bit more interesting and yeah, a bit more appealing, not just plain white. So I'm going to apply a filter here, and it's called the Relight effect. So once we go under video here, we need to have the clip selected that we had, and then we go under Relight. It's a free version, as we can see, and I'm going to apply the orange and teal light. Now what's going to happen here, I have now added two different lights onto the scene. I've got a red light here that will appear in a second, as well as a green light that will appear here in a second, and also a third one that is going to be casted onto my face. And I can increase the intensity of each light, as well as the distance, the radius, etc. So as you can see, it's pretty straightforward to use, and you can just enhance how you look on camera, and therefore making you look a bit more comfortable, as well as saving you money, because usually you actually would have to buy physical lights to do those cool effects, like some of the YouTubers do sometimes. You know, they've got like always colors and stuff going on in the background. So all you need is just good AI editing tools. Okay. All right, next slide. This is a function that I really love. It's called text-based editing, and it's just gonna save you a whole bunch of time whenever you're recording long videos. I'm just gonna demonstrate it here. You no longer have to listen to your whole video. You can just scroll through the text to the transcript of it and make changes on the go. So let's look how that works.
Okay, so we are inside of CapCut now, and I've added my clip from earlier, and as you can see, that's a 35-second. Now, typically when you record a video, you will have mistakes by nature, obviously, because you maybe perhaps write your script wrong, or you say some fill words, etc., or you just want to redo a take, so you will end up with couple of minutes long video. This is only a short one here, just for an example. So typically what you have to do, you have to now watch the video and listen to all the fill words, or have a look where those bits that you don't like are present, and then you have to go and delete them inside here, which can be quite time consuming. But now there's this function called transcript-based editing. So once I click on here, what will happen is the video will be transcribed. So now I don't have to go in here looking for the bits where I made mistakes. I can simply scan the text and looking for fill words, etc. So for example, here there's an so let's listen to it. I click on the word and it will go automatically there where the word is. But it makes... Okay, so now I can simply select the and hit delete. Boom. And as you can see here, there's a gap here now that has been deleted. Let's say now I want to delete complete sections of the video where I've made mistakes. Let's say I want to delete this phrase here. Let's go here and listen to this whole segment. And as you can see, it's not really a great looking image because I've got some shadows here in my face because of that overhead light. So in order to make the image a bit more interesting, I'm going to apply a filter. Cool. So let's say I want to remove this one here, this phrase, because I've got some shadows here in my face. So I'm going to go ahead and see what happens here now. It gets selected, and if I go red, it just snaps it off and deletes it. So let's hear the clip now. We start here, the playhead starts. And as you can see, it's not really a great looking image. So in order to make the image a bit more interesting, there you go, that was pretty smooth. So this is gonna save a lot of time when it comes to editing. And
yeah, I love this feature, especially when I film interviews, for example. People just talk for like 20 minutes and it's a pain to go through all the video, listen to it 2 or 3 times and then like select the best bits. But here you just literally just fly through it, delete, boom, 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 and it just flows so easy. That's amazing.
Okay, so
all right, so on to the next app. This one here is called Captions. I'll give this one probably a 2 on the AI scary scale, because I think now things start to get really interesting. So they call themselves your AI-powered creative studio. So this one is similar to CapCut, but it has some quite amazing features that stand out to me. So typically, when people record themselves, they either have to memorize the script completely or they have to read off the script. The problem with that is that if you look onto the script, as I'm doing now, you can see that I'm actually not looking straight into the camera. And it's important to look inside of the camera because this is the eyes of your audience. So if you don't have the eye contact with the lens or the camera, it's like you're looking someone on the feet or on the forehead, which isn't quite in their eyes, so it feels a bit awkward and doesn't kind of get their attention. So what this app does, basically, it allows you to read off a script completely off camera, and then it's gonna change your pupils so they look straight into the camera. So check it out.
Your financial advisor, tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that potential customers have when it comes to managing their finances. Your financial advisor, tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that potential customers have when it comes to managing their finances. Your financial advisor, tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that potential customers have when it comes to managing their finances.
So yeah, pretty impressive. you cannot, now that you know it, you can obviously pick up that my eyes look very shiny and whatnot, and I'm also not blinking whatsoever. So it looks a bit creepy almost, like a vampire or something. But if you were to see a 30-second reel or somewhere, you wouldn't even notice that. So the other thing is that when you're reading off a script, sometimes you can just hear someone is reading. So if you're gonna read off a script, you need to make a bit of an effort by using better tone, not just like you're reading a bedtime story. Otherwise, people are gonna switch off and scroll on. But nevertheless, these tools are all little things that can make your content better.
You're a financial advisor,
right? And it's again super easy to use, right? You just upload your clip and you click literally one button, eye contact, boom, and then it just just flips it straight to the camera. Another quite interesting feature that Caption offers are called AI ads. So what a lot of brands struggle with, especially in the e-com space or the retail, is to create ads for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And what they usually do is they create user-generated content. So they send their products, for example, say I'm selling a bottle of water, I would send this to a famous influencer, and then this influencer makes a video recording himself reviewing the product. I just love this water, it tastes beautiful, blah, 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 drink it every day after gym, and so on and so forth. So obviously that costs a lot of money because you have to pay the influencers, etc. Now this app here allows you to do it a same ad, like a UGC format, just with a click of a button. So I've done a little test here. This is a brand that I've worked with, and they do jewelry, okay? So as you can see here, they've got images and whatnot. They've got the product description. You simply take the link here and you paste it inside of the Captions app, and then what's gonna happen is they're gonna pull all the images, they're gonna pull all the script, maybe change up the script a little bit, and then create almost like an avatar of this, say, influencer girl. You can obviously choose a man if you want, or a different looking girl. And she's now going to rattle off one of these ads, just like that.
I tested the Lua sea glass necklace from Sea and Sol to see if it lives up to the hype. This elegant sterling silver necklace features genuine sea glass in varying shapes and colors, making each piece truly one of a kind. With a 50cm chain, it's the perfect length to wear with an open neckline. Plus, it comes with a luxurious microfiber wallet for safekeeping. Simple, versatile, and stunning, this necklace exceeded my expectations.
Yes, so that was just the ad right at the gate. You can also go and change the subtitles, you can change the images, you can change the script, but yeah, that was pretty impressive. Quick question, yeah? Can you change it to New Zealand accent? No, so someone asked if we can change the New Zealand accent, not for now. So that's always a bit of a catch-22 with us Kiwi, so we have to try and adapt. But perhaps if someone's working with brands overseas, obviously, they usually give just US and British, that's the most common. So, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time because Kiwi accent is the sexiest of the world, apparently. So they might have an extra plugin for that, according to a study. Cool. The next app is called Opus Clip. So this app allows you to take a long form video and repurpose it into shorter bite-sized videos. So if any one of you here is doing a podcast as a business owner or is planning to do a podcast, what it's been very, the trend is to take podcasts, record them with a video and actually share them on social media. But obviously, if you look for those little bite-sized, say, golden nuggets of knowledge or whatever, how you want to call them, it takes time because your editor has to go listen to your whole 45-minute podcast and like transcribe them all. So there's an app that does that as well. And all you have to do is, again, clicking a few buttons and it'll do it automatically for you. So I'm just quickly going to show you here.
So I've got this podcast episode of 19 minutes and I've added the link onto the website of Opus Clip. And after some time, it has created 7 different videos, as you can see here, out of this 19-minute conversation. So these are all being analyzed by this tool, and it's even given it a score of how likely it is that they're going to go viral, according to grabbing their attention with a thought-provoking hook. So it's analyzed the transcript and said how good these videos are. So these have all been already chopped up basically, and now we can go in and edit those clips if we want, or first of all actually watch them. As you can see here, there's some element, and notice how the camera also changed to his angle and then changes over to Elon Musk's face. And it has already removed some filler words here. Look at that, it's amazing. It's added little emojis that we will see on the captions of the transcription. So really a lot of functionalities. Let's just quickly have a look at this clip, and then I'll show you what else we can do with it.
How do you think about making a decision when everyone tells you this is a crazy idea? Or where do you get the internal strength to do that?
Well, first of all, I'd say I actually think I feel fear quite strongly. So it's not as though I just have the absence of fear. I feel it quite strongly. But there are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear.
So yeah, as you could see, basically those clips have been all edited down together. And I think that there's a lot of use cases for this. So it's not only if you're doing a podcast, you know, as a brand, but for example, my partner actually has this spring water brand. And what we have done is we looked for a podcast of a famous neuroscientist. It's called Andrew Huberman. He's quite famous on social media. He does those very long podcasts talking about all kinds of health benefits. And he had one where he was talking about water and everything that's important about that. So what we did is we plugged the whole 2-hour episode into this podcast, and then we were able to find those clips that were beneficial, talking about like spring water benefits, why it's better than tap water, and then actually shared that to her social media, because this is all things that are related to her brand. So even if it's content that you yourself are not producing, you can always go and take famous celebrities, say, you know, Gary Vaynerchuk or whatever, and you make your own comment about that as well. This tool is awesome because, again, it just finds those different important parts of the podcast and you can repurpose that. So that was Opus clip. I've got this podcast episode of. Right, the next one is in video AI, and I'll give this probably a 3 on the AI scary scale. So this one here allows you to actually create full-on videos based on a script that you feed it. So if you guys remember the script that I had created initially about the financial advisor, about creating a dream home. So what I've done is I've given this script in video, and then it's created a whole video out of nowhere, basically. Just pulling out stock footage and stock images from the internet. So what you have to do is basically chucking in the script, and within a few minutes it has pulled different footage from different stock footage libraries. You can also modify the script. You can have it with a voice overlay, and unfortunately no, the Kiwi accent is not available. You can change from male to female, British to American. You hear a couple of different examples of voices here in a second.
There's something so special about the idea of a dream home, isn't there?
It's more than just 4 walls and a roof. It's a place where life unfolds, where memories are made, where you truly feel at peace.
Owning a dream home is a goal shared by many, but sometimes the path to getting there can feel overwhelming.
That's why I'm so excited to share some practical tips and advice that I've learned over the years. We're going to break down the process step by step, so you can confidently navigate the journey to your dream home.
Let's start by getting crystal clear on what your dream home looks like. This is where the fun begins. Think about the location you envision yourself in. Is it bustling city life, a quiet suburb, or a charming rural setting? Picture the size and layout of your home. Do you dream of spacious rooms filled with natural light, a cozy reading nook, or a backyard perfect for gatherings? And don't forget about those special amenities, a chef's kitchen, a spa-like bathroom, or a home office where you can unleash your creativity. Now that you have a vision for your dream home, it's time to talk numbers. Determining a realistic budget is crucial. Take a good look at your income, savings, and explore the financing options available to you. Remember, your dream home should bring you joy, not financial stress. By setting a budget that aligns with your financial situation, you'll be able to make smart decisions throughout the process.
So I think that's pretty impressive as well, right? You just feed it a bit of text and it spits out like a whole full-blown video. You can obviously tell it's stock footage, right? So yeah, it's the same thing with stock photography. You know, does it really work for business? It's probably not that great. However, I always think that this is better than having no video at all. So if you want to educate your audience about, again, you know, financial, you know, the example of the financial advisor earlier, you could do a whole bunch of videos that talk about different topics. And it's just a cool way to showcase your knowledge through video, or it's a different medium you can talk to your audience with. This was the free version that will have the story blocks watermark, but if you pay and upgrade, all these will be removed, so it looks a bit more legit. And I also recommend you guys do not use those watermarks, because like it doesn't really look professional if you have it on your business. Storyblocks is like a library that has all the stock footage. It's like calling it like Getty Images or something like that. So that was in video.
There's something so special about the idea.
Yeah, very special. Right, so this is where things start to get a bit scarier. So everything that I've shown you until now was videos generated from already existing media, right? So stock footage, stock images. This one here that I'm going to show you is a clip that has been generated last year, just completely out of thin air. And spoiler, it's going to look pretty crappy. This is the technology that is already outdated. Just a year ago, people thought that this was already pretty damn good. But I want to show you the development and the level of perfection that we've achieved within a year only. I actually can't remember the name of this clip, but the prompt was show Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson eating a rock. Okay, and this is what came out. Oh yeah, as you can see, like, yeah, I mean, you can tell it's The Rock, but it's not really impressive. Like, it certainly doesn't blow your mind, does it? So that was 2023 technology. Now we've already moved on to this new tool that I'm going to reveal the name in a second. And so only 1 year later, the footage that you're about to see has been generated completely out of nowhere. Just a machine model that has pulled the different images and created. And it's going to show the prompts before. So all the writing here is what you see is what's been put into the machine learning system. So, and we'll see the footage after. So yeah, the detail of the image compared to what we've done in 1 year is just mind-blowing. And so this is called Sora, which is created from OpenAI. So the same people that created ChatGPT have released this tool. It's still not available to the public. I think it will be in the next few months, but this is going to have massive repercussion on the film industry, as you can imagine, or any creative person out there. I mean, probably me included. I have a video production company. Still, I think that, yeah, there's going to be winners and losers out of this, because you can, yeah, create anything you want basically with video. Me, I interview people for a living, so obviously, you know, that's going to be a bit different. But for example, that drone shot that you saw of Big Sur, California, I could not have said that that was AI generated. So yeah, pretty crazy. And Google has their own video generator. It's called Veo. They released it also last week, and it works pretty much the same. I'm not going to show you here because it's fairly similar. I think the Sora one is better looking though, from what I've seen so far. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff, pretty scary stuff. All right, so the next two clips that I'm about to show you, I've posted those ones on my socials last week, and I wanted to see if people could tell which out of the two were AI generated. So there's one clip here that is real, and there's one clip that is AI generated. So let's see if you can guess which one is the real one and which one is AI generated.
In this video here, you can see me sitting in the lounge. I've got a laptop on the table, and there are some plants in the background, and yeah, it's a really nice looking composition.
Let's look at the next one.
In this video here, and here you can see me in my office. I've got a standing desk, which I absolutely love. And I always have a blue light in the background when I record video, because it's my brand color, and I quite like the vibe that it adds to the look of the video.
So which one do you think was the AI one, or the real one, whatever?
First one was AI.
First one was AI? Yeah. Any other different opinions? You reckon that one? Yeah. What if I told you that both of them were made with AI? So, yeah, it's really mind-blowing how good this tech has become. And the tool that I used to create this is called HeyGen. So HeyGen allows you to create AI avatars, and you can either make a clone of yourself or use some of those that they have already on their website. So the way I created mine was I had to talk to the camera for 3 minutes, like flat out, just so I could pick up on my voice, on my movements. I was moving my hands as well, as you could see. And then you have the option to just upload a text, like a script, but the voice sounded a bit clunky, like robotic almost, and very American. So I said, hi, my name is Andrea, I'm the host for tonight. So it wasn't really authentic. But you can also upload a voice recording of yourself, and that will then lip sync your image and yeah, make you look like you almost can't tell. Yeah, it's literally scary, crazy. And another function that it does, it can actually make you speak in other languages. So that's another little bonus. So a little fun fact about myself, I actually speak 6 languages because I was traveling a lot. It's Italian, German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and English. But now, thanks to AI, I can speak Hindi as well.
इस वीडियो में यहाँ आप मुझे लॉन्ज में बैठे हुए देख सकते हैं। मेरे पास टेबल पर एक लैपटॉप है और पिछले में कुछ पौधे हैं, और हाँ, ये एक वास्तव में खूबसूरत दिखने वाली संरचना है।
So yeah, I sent this to my friend in India. He just could not believe it. He was like, what? He just freaked out, literally. So yeah, good way if you want to start business in India. There you go. You can just have business meetings here. Yeah, quick question there, Shay.
Is there any policing on it? Like, are these certain things you're allowed to type for you to say?
So Shay, this is for the live stream. Shay asked if there's any policing around this. Actually, no, because I uploaded a video recording. I didn't say obviously any nasty stuff, but the only policing that around it is that after I uploaded the long form footage of myself to get the data, I had to then re-record myself saying a security code out loud to make sure that it was me. So you couldn't just upload footage of Donald Trump and like, you know, just create avatars. I mean, people still do manage to, but it's probably more like a manual software you've got to do, not as easy as that one. So yeah, they have had some security around it, but you know, like everything's kind of hackable nowadays. So yeah, those deepfakes that you see are created more manually. I think they just actually go and like muck around with the program and stuff like that. So yeah. Right, so we're coming towards the end of the presentation. I've given you like lots of tools and you might be a bit overwhelmed. I think that is exciting to see what is capable to be done out there. So I've sort of shown you all the tools that I think that are the most important one. But if you want to build your own brand, especially on social media, it's always good to have a plan. Obviously, you can't build anything if you don't have a plan. So if you're interested in learning more about these tools, I can help you create a video marketing strategy. I've helped lots of businesses around Taranaki and also outside of the region to come up with a video marketing strategy. And this is a program that would be a one-on-one training. It's an 8 hours long training. It doesn't have to be all in one day. It can obviously be broken up into 2-hour sessions or whatever. It's registered with the original business partners. So your business will likely get funding of 50%. So usually it costs $2,000, but you would only have to pay 50% and you get access to those trainings. So if that's something that you consider, come see me or write me an email or whatever you prefer. And yeah, now if you have any more questions, more than happy to take any from the crowd here, and hopefully we can get someone from the chat if there are any questions, but we'll start with the